Hey Taurus, happy April from Moonlight Mystics. Before I get started, I just want to mention that we are holding a giveaway this month. So be sure to stay tuned to the end of the video or to check out the details below to get the contest details. Also, this is for your Taurus Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. If you don't feel this video resonates with you, be sure to check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. Also, if this does resonate with you, please like, comment, subscribe, and be sure to share it with your friends so they can come check out their readings for the month too. So let's go ahead and get started with your April 2019 tarot spread. All right, so let's get started and see what's going on for you guys, Taurus, this April. All right, so let's see some positive energy in these cards. Let's see some transformation. This is a great year for transformation, a great time for transformation. It looks like we have our first card here. There we go. So we might have a Leo going on the skies this month. Let's see what else. Wow, okay, lots of fire energy for you guys. Okay, so first let's look at your underlying energy, which is the Lovers. So a very powerful underlying energy coming into the month. Okay, so first let's start with the energy you're coming into this month with. Strength. Strength shows that you are ready to tackle whatever may lay ahead of you. You're coming into this with a renewed strength, a renewed sense of purpose, and ready to tackle whatever may lay ahead. Next, we have the Queen of Wands. So there may be some multitasking for you this month. The Queen of Wands is the queen of multitasking. She can handle whatever is ahead of her. She can balance everything, you know, her finances, her work, her home. Whatever it is that she has to balance, she will do it, and she'll do it with a sense of skill and style. Now, the King of Wands. This shows that you have room for personal development this month. First of all, coming from the Queen to the King. The King of Wands in particular is a very great leader. He has a leadership quality about him that inspires others. So maybe you'll have an opportunity to take on a more of a leadership position at work this month. This could even be in your home life, maybe being more of a leader at home. So it looks like overall there's room for personal development, and it looks like you'll be feeling very accomplished by the time this month is over. Now, with the underlying energy here of the Lovers, this spread can take on a very different meaning. If you have a love interest already, you may find that the relationship will have a renewed sense of energy this month. Now, you can help renew this energy by maybe taking a little advice from the Queen and King of Wands. They like to go on adventures together. They like to accomplish things together. They like to do things together. So maybe, you know, take your significant other out and try something you've never tried before. Bring some of that passion back into the relationship, and it looks like you guys will have a really great month together. Now, if you're not presently in a relationship, this is showing the possibility of you meeting someone who might just be Mr. or Mrs. Right this month. The matched pair of the King and Queen of Wands show an energy that is united and an energy that is alike. Even though Taurus isn't necessarily a fire sign, this still shows you finding a match that is very compatible to you. So, if you're not in a relationship, be on the lookout this month. Be open to new opportunities when it comes to dating or meeting new people, because it looks like this month might just be the month you find Mr. Right or Mrs. And one last note before we move on. Strength does represent the possibility of a Leo energy entering your life this month. Now, this may or may not be the person that you would be meeting if you aren't in a relationship. However, it does say that a Leo may play a significant role this month in your life. So be watching out for those Leos in your life. Pay a little extra special attention to them this month. Also, your Gemini, obviously. Your Gemini and your Leo. You pay a little extra special attention to them this month because they may have more of an impact on you than you think. Okay, so let's go ahead and move these guys off to the side so we can check in with our Oracle decks and see what messages Spirit has for you guys this month. There we go. Let's set these guys off to the side. Okay, so first let's check in with our Angel deck and see what message Spirit has from you for our Angel deck this month. so let's see here. Now, not everyone believes in past lives, and if you don't, that's fine. Just disregard this card. But for everyone else, let's see what Spirit says a past life influence may have on you this particular month. All right, so this is for Taurus, April 2019. Okay, and last but not least, let's check in with our animal messages and see what message Spirit has from you from your animal guides this month. This is for Taurus, April 2019. Okay, so there we go. Okay, first let's check in with your angel message. Let's see here what we have. So we have the moon, Archangel Haniel, important psychic insights, events behind the scenes, release fears that hold you back. Okay, first of all, this card refers to Pisces, or references back to Pisces. This card is telling you not to let your fears rule you this month. Many people fear fear the darkness, fear the association with the moon. It's often more in line with the fear of the unknown. And this card is encouraging you to release those fears of the unknown. Don't be afraid to take a new action, try something new, just because you don't know exactly how it's going to turn out. Also, it's saying this month is going to be a month particularly for psychic insight. Now, the moon in particular is telling you that this will be a self-insight, an insight into yourself. So this is a great month for introspection, for doing some insight digging, looking more into yourself and even into your own psychic abilities. Now, looking back at our initial spread here, this development could even be like the development that we mentioned earlier with moving from the Queen of Wands to the King of Wands. That could even be to do with your psychic abilities or developing your own intuition. So don't neglect that this month. Don't neglect your spiritual side this month because it may play an important role for you. Okay, so let's check your past life influence for this month. Okay, so this card says authority figures. Now, what this is referring to is experiences, particularly negative experiences, with authority figures in this life or even your past lives. Now, negative experiences with authority figures can mean encountering someone who was maybe particularly cruel or who abused a position of power. This could literally be nothing more than a manager at work, who maybe in particular gives you a hard time. This could mean any authority figure in your life that you may feel is pushing you down or holding you back or keeping you boxed in. This card encourages you not to be afraid to stand up to them this month, not to be afraid to stand up for your needs, for things that you want or you desire. Don't neglect yourself just because of past experiences maybe haven't gone your way. So don't be afraid to stand up to those authority figures this month. Also, since the moon is telling you not to be afraid of things, to let go of past anxieties, this in particular makes this card that much more important. Just because you don't know exactly how an authority figure will respond to you standing up to them, or you don't know exactly how an authority figure would react to it, doesn't mean that you shouldn't try. This fear of them reacting negatively could be just a construct that you have in your head from your past experiences. So in particular, pay attention to that this month, since two cards here are reinforcing that idea. Okay, so let's see what your animal guide has for you this month. Here we have the bear. Nurture creativity and return to the sweetness of life. Now, the bear is encouraging you to, first of all, take some time for yourself. The bear will hibernate and prepare for months and months and months ahead of the time that she would have her cubs. This isn't something that she tackles lightly. And even if she's fully prepared, even if she's gained all the extra fat and nourishment that she needs to gain, if something about the timing isn't right, she won't have her cubs. She will wait until she is fully prepared. So the bear is stressing preparedness. Don't tackle something new this month that you feel unprepared for. Don't be afraid to take that time you need for yourself to get ready. Be focused on yourself, even if that means retreating from others and spending some time alone. Now, after this time alone, she also encourages you to return to the sweetness of life. This is spring. This is when bears would be traditionally waking up. So don't be afraid to get outside and, you know, enjoy that newness that spring brings with it. So again, nurture your creativity, nurture yourself, nurture especially your spiritual aspect of yourself, and don't be afraid to return to the sweetness that life has to offer. Okay, so let's go ahead and move these guys out of the way so we can look at our full Celtic cross for the month. Let's see here. There we go. So that Lovers popped right back up there. Let's see here. Let's scoot these guys a little further over. And there we go. Okay, and your shadow card is the World, and I'll reference back to her in a moment, but the World is an overall sense of completion. It's of something manifesting. It's of the end of a cycle. So we'll definitely reference back to her as we look through this reading and see what's coming up for you this month. First, let's look at your energy you're coming into this month with. So this is where you are starting this month, the Three of Cups. Now, the Three of Cups is a card about being social. It's about enjoying your friends. It's about enjoying your social life. It is putting a focus on others. It's a really great card, and it's a really great energy to be coming into this month with. However, your crossing card, being the Hermit, shows that this may not be the energy you want to continue this month with. Now, overall, it's never bad to be social. It's never bad to enjoy your friends. But the Hermit is reminding you to take time and spend time with yourself. Don't neglect yourself because of others or the needs of others, whether it be friends, whether this be a relationship that you're in. The Hermit is saying you need to remember to take some time to yourself. You need to remember that by bettering yourself, you will better your relationship with others in the long run, and also to put more of a focus on developing yourself spiritually. The Hermit recedes to himself so that he can put a focus on things like that. So that is what he is telling you as your crossing card. Now, also, the Hermit is a Virgo. So you may encounter a particularly impactful Virgo this month. Also, again, we had the Lovers, which showed up earlier, a Gemini, and the Moon, which is already up right here as your angel message card. So this is stressing the importance of these. You have Virgo, Gemini, and Pisces, which are going to potentially all be impactful to you this particular month. So next we have the root. The root of the situation this month is the Page of Cups. Now, the Page of Cups has a nature to be very social, to be very pleasing to others, even if it doesn't benefit himself. The Page of Cups is about going out and enjoying life in a very pure way. It's about free love. It's about the beginnings of things. Now, that's never a bad energy to have. However, with the stress and importance that seems to be placed on yourself this month, this might be the root of your present problem. If you're feeling a little stretched thin, if you're feeling like maybe you aren't able to give 100% of yourself to others in your life, it may be because you've been doing that or following that cycle for too long. So let's see here and look at your more recent past. Now, the more recent past shows the Lovers, which either indicates that you are in a relationship that you are really pouring yourself into. This may be someone that you have met and you guys have developed together, and you're really giving a lot of yourself to this person. Now, that's never a bad thing, but again, with the importance of being focused more on yourself this month, that may be something to watch. To give 100% of yourself to a relationship really does mean that you need to have yourself at 100%. So don't neglect yourself for the sake of a relationship, because in the long run, you're only hurting the relationship. Now, the Lovers also says that you may have given yourself a little bit of that self-love, of that self-care that you need. And if that is so, then definitely continue with that. Self-love, self-care is the most important part to living a happy, balanced life. It really, truly is. Also, the last thing that this is that you may have recently met a Gemini who may be impactful in this coming month. Or this may be a Gemini who's been in your life for a while. But if they recently resurfaced or resurfaced during this month, pay them a little special attention because they might just be important. Okay, next we have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is about starting off on a new adventure. This could be a new relationship, this could be a new hobby, this could be even a new job opportunity. Now, the Page of Wands, one thing about him in particular is he tends to get a little excited and doesn't always prepare the best. So if you do feel like maybe you are the Page of Wands in this situation, don't forget the advice of the bear. Take time to prepare. Make sure that your dreams, your focuses are grounded in reality so that you do have the potential to fully manifest them, so that you don't end up in a situation like the Page of Wands, being a bit overly excited and maybe rushing into something a little too fast. Also, the Page of Wands completes our court cards that we pulled earlier. We now have the Page, Queen, and King of Wands, which is a lot of fire energy for you, Taurus. And that's something to keep in mind, that this month you may be pushed a little bit out of your element. You may feel a lot more passion about things. And that's never a bad thing. That's never a bad thing, especially if you're applying that passion to self-love and taking care of yourself. So, a lot of fire energy for you guys this month. Next, let's move on to your near future, which is the moon. Now, we've already kind of read the moon, but I'm going to go over it again. For the near future, this is showing you coming into a time where your psychic energy is going to be particularly important. As you can see on the card, there's actually a wolf and a dachshund, and they're both howling to the moon because both of them have the instinct to howl to the moon. So follow your instincts this month. Follow your intuition. This is coming into a time of a very deep spiritual awareness. So be sure to give yourself the time to meditate this month. Be sure to give yourself the time to just do some self-reflection so that you can use this energy to grow yourself and develop like the Page, Queen, and King of Wands indicate you have the potential to do. Also, the moon is a Pisces. So if you meet a Pisces in the near future, that seems like they may have a particular impact on you, especially spiritually. Maybe a Pisces who is wanting to teach you about something spiritually, maybe just a new friend that has a spiritual inclination. Pay special attention to them because they may have more of an impact on you than you would first realize. Okay, so next, the energy you are bringing into this month is the Ace of Cups. You're coming into this month with a lot of love, a lot of sensitivity, a lot of emotion. You are coming into this month charged and kind of ready to go, which is great. Being full of love and being ready to have that love overflowing is a wonderful energy to have. It's very positive and really sets you up to have a great amount of development this month. Make sure that you're pouring some of this love back into yourself, because that way you will be able to replenish those around you and continue to sustain this energy as we go forward this month. Now, the next card is Judgment. This is talking about your environment, those around you, and Judgment is an environment that is a prime time to develop yourself spiritually. Judgment calls on yourself to take on a higher form. If you look at the card, it actually shows someone having a literal spiritual development. They're going from a person to this higher form, and they're being called upwards by Judgment. So if you're feeling a calling towards something in particular this month, if your environment especially is reinforcing this, if you, maybe people are suggesting to you that you in particular maybe go to a particular meditation class, or if you keep hearing certain phrases or certain things spiritually that are catching your attention, do pay attention to those, because your environment is trying to give you cues as to where you need to grow spiritually. And by following these cues, it does say that you can achieve a higher self and an overall higher being as we go forward. Now, Judgment also is card 20 in the Major Arcana. The World is a card directly following. This shows that the underlying energy of the month, while you may get the calling this month, it also shows that you may start to actually physically manifest this or spiritually manifest this in your life this month. This is about achievement. So don't be afraid to maybe take risks when it comes to your spiritual development. Don't be afraid to pursue that this month, because the world does remind you that you can manifest this into a reality. Now, your hopes for this month read as the Three of Pentacles, which is very similar actually to the energy you're coming into this month, which was the Three of Cups. The difference between these two is the type of energy. The Three of Cups is more about social things. It's more about things that are more frivolous in nature. The Three of Pentacles is developing more meaningful relationships, which is what your hope is. Your hope is to not just have friends that are there, I guess fair weather friends may be a good word for it. Friends that are there in the moment, friends that are there when you're having fun and going out and giving them what they want. But the Three of Pentacles is about developing relationships that are meaningful. Developing relationships where you can teach each other and you can grow together and you can work together. That's your hope this month. And be sure to give special attention to those friends who you find give back to you the most, to those relationships in your life that you feel give back to you the most. Pay this special attention this month, because they're going to be what's important. Now, last, we have your overall outcome, which is the High Priestess. Now, with a very heavy focus this month being on spiritual development, the High Priestess is a perfect outcome card for this. I could not have asked for a better card to come up there. Taurus, you guys are going to see a spiritual development in yourselves this month, a calling to something higher this month, and it looks like you will be able to rise to the challenge and find a deeper meaning within yourself, within your self-love, your love for yourself, your ability to trust your intuition, all of these things developing in you this month. And it's going to have a great impact on your life. It's going to improve your relationships, friendship, relationship. It may even help you find love. So don't be afraid to focus on yourself some, so that others will be able to benefit more from you being in their lives. It looks like that's pretty much everything. I hope this resonated with you. If this resonated with you, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If this did not resonate with you, please be sure to check out the videos for your sun, moon, and rising signs. And I hope you have a great April, Taurus. It looks like you're set up for one. Okay, so I mentioned a giveaway at the beginning of the video. To be eligible to win a 30-minute one-on-one tarot reading with me, all you have to do is like, comment, and subscribe. Now, make sure you mention something in your comment about the giveaway so that I know to put your name down. And hit that gray bell, hit that notification button, because we will be announcing the winner of this contest in a video. And so be sure to stay tuned and watch out for that notification later this April. And again, I hope you guys have a wonderful month, and thank you guys so much for watching.